Hey everybody, this is Julie with ReadySetStamp.com, and I have some 3x3 cards that I am going to show you, and I've made them with the Create a Critter Cricut cartridge, and I did it on page, let's see what this is, 26, and I cut it out at 2.5 inches, so this is the one that I've done here, but I've hid the face so that I can stamp it with the Create a Critter medium face set stamp. And you know, I was noticing the little nose, and it reminds me a lot of the teddy bear stamp set that they just came out with. So if you happen to have that, I think it would go really well with this as well, with the little bunny. So let's get started. Let me just show you. So here's a boy version that I did, and these cute little like epoxy brads. This is what Sarah from Live, Love, and Scrap sent me, and I believe she got them from Hobby Lobby. They're called Spare Parts, and they're epoxy brads. I think they're so cute, and I like them too because like these I could picture using on a guy card, and then the pink I could see using on a girl card. So that's what I love about them, is that they were kind of versatile. So here's a guy card that I had, and I just added another one of those little stickers. And this is 3x3 cards. Once they're folded, obviously you do them at 3x6 and then fold them in half. And this is with the Birthday Bash Cricut cartridge. And so this is a 3x3. I just had an extra one of these lying around. And then this paper here that you see is from the, let's see, I think it's called Amore, and it was from the Michael stack that was from Valentine's Day recently. And then the sweet paper that you see on the back here, the little eyelet paper, and this paper, this is from Sarah from Live, Love, and Scrap, and I believe that she also got this from Hobby Lobby. And it was David Tutira Celebrate. And they're just gorgeous because all these colors remind me of Easter. And what's great is you can use this for a guy, and the blue for a guy, and then the pink for a girl. So anyway, just wanted to show you that because I think they're really pretty papers. I love them. So that's what I was using on some of these. Some of them are this way, and then some of them kind of have the embossed look like that. So I'm going to actually make a card that looks just like this. So here's a 3x3 card. I did stamp on the inside. And this is with the Happy Days stamp set from, what am I trying to say? Cards TV Stamps. And let's get started here. So here's my little rabbit. I didn't glue everything together so I could kind of show you. I know that I've showed you before, but I do take little shortcuts on making life a little bit easier. This is the very back of the rabbit that I'm just going to cut off the feet and the arms. Reason being is all the layers get put together, and when you don't need them all to match up, it's just easier for me to just cut off the parts that I don't need. On this, I really needed the whiskers, so that was the main important thing. So anyway, I'm just getting rid of that. And I'm going to adhere this on the back of this pink polka dotted paper, and this pink polka dotted paper is from that Amore stack that I was talking about from Michaels. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and use my ATG gun and put some little tape on here and push the insides here so I don't have all the tape showing when I add this one on top of it. So I'm just going to put this one right here and scooch it, center this all onto here. So cute. So now you can see the little whiskers that stick out onto that. And the next step that I'm going to do is add my little guy, little rabbit on top of there. I'm just going to add this to the center, and then I'm going to use my Zig 2A glue pen. This is the fine point tip. I'm just going to add a few little dots. Sarah from Live, Love, and Scrap showed me how to do this, and I like it because it keeps it stickier, I guess that's the word, longer. It keeps the glue a little more wet longer, so then it doesn't dry so fast, because this does tend to dry pretty quickly. So I'm just going to center this again onto here. Isn't that too cute? Now the only thing we have left to do is the center piece, so I'm just going to add some more glue right here to the little panel on the inside. And let me get this tiny little piece here and add that right to the center. There we go. And I don't know if you noticed, but on my other guy, so this is a little pink chevron pattern, and I can't remember if that was from the one Michael set. I think it was, but I'm not 100%, but I think it is. And then this one's kind of a little plaid, so I thought that was kind of cute for the little boy to do a little plaid there. So now that I got all this put together, here's my card. And I'm going to get my little pink that I cut out. The best way to do this is to use the Zig two-way glue pen, I think. So I'm just going to add the Zig two-way glue pen on the back of this. I definitely pay more attention to the edges, and I think that's important just to keep it adhered down. So I add a little bit more glue, concentrated around the edges, because that's going to keep this in place nicely. And then when you're putting your little image, your little die cut onto it, that's going to help adhere it down more to the center. So here's this. I'm just going to put this in the center here. This is so cute. So the inside piece I did 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 in the card itself. I told you it was a 3 by 3 inch card. So I'm just going to push that down here. And now get my little bunny. And let me tell you a little too. I have some of these Sticko epoxy stickers that Sarah from Live, Love, and Scrap also sent me. I'm using a lot of the things that she sent me, and I just love them. So this one's called Happy. Actually, this one's not Happy Flowers. This one is called Zoo Friends. That's this one here. And the one that says Happy Flowers is this one. Let me pull this out here so I can kind of show you this. This is Happy Flowers. And so I'm going to kind of lay it out here and decide how I want this. I think I'm going to do 2 of these little foam squares, or circles I should say, on the back here, and pull that up. This I'm going to put in the center, depending on what you want to do. I kind of had a layout in mind of how I wanted to do it, so there's that. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the one from the Zoo Friends, and it's this little tiny piece of grass. The reason why I like that little piece of grass is because you can then add, it's a great base to then add a little flower on top of it. So I'm going to kind of add, I think I like this little blue flower, so I'll do the blue flower right there. So cute. And now let's see, I think on the other side I'm going to add a little snail. I think that would be kind of really sweet, so I'll add the little snail here. There we go. Move that down. And then I think what I'm going to add is, this is a great time where you can add some of your rhinestones. If you have a Martha Stewart punch with these little little butterflies, I saved these too, so you can add them to your card. That'd be a great time to do that. So I think what I am going to do is, let's see, I have some of these little rhinestone little butterflies, which I did think would be kind of cute. And then I have a little rhinestone little flower for her hair. So I'm just trying to, I like the pink there, but I may change up the color just to add another color in there. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and get my Zots, my medium Zots here. And let's see. I think I'm going to cut this one. Oh, it just tore off on my finger. That's perfect. So I'll just do a little tiny piece here for her hair. And then I have another little piece that I'll add to the back. This little butterfly. There we go. But I think this is so cute. And I like how I did a boy and a girl card, so you guys can kind of see the difference and how you can decorate them up. Of course, I'm a little more partial to doing the girls because I just like to add little flowers to their hair and little bling. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy these cute little cards and are having a great day. Let me put them all right here so you can kind of take a peek at them. Alrighty. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.